All right, let's talk about money, but not in that boring, stressful way you're used to. If you're tired of feeling anxious about your finances, wondering where it all goes, you're in the right place. We're going to ditch the complicated jargon and the endless spreadsheets. Today, we're building a simple, powerful system inspired by the brilliant Monika Halan that basically puts your money on autopilot so you can, get back to actually living your life. You know that feeling, right? That constant low-level hum of anxiety in the back of your mind about money. You're juggling bills, you're trying to save, you're looking at all these investment options and just feeling lost. It's exhausting. And it's weird because it almost doesn't matter how much you make. That financial stress can just stick around.
But here's the thing, and this is really, really important. What if I told you that chaos isn't actually your fault? Seriously, it's not because you lack willpower or you're not disciplined enough. The real problem is that most of us were simply never taught how to handle money. We were never given a blueprint, a proper structure.
So the solution isn't to just try harder. That almost never works. The solution is to build a system. And we're going to call this the money box, a simple, clear framework that gives every single one of your dollars a specific job. It's a roadmap that automates the smart decisions for you so you don't have to stress about it all the time. The goal here? Real, actual peace of mind. Okay, so here's our plan for getting there. First, we'll dig into why money feels so darn hard in the first place. Then, we'll get practical and build your financial foundation. After that, we get to the fun part, making your money grow. Section 4 is all about planning for the long haul, your financial endgame. And finally, we'll put all the pieces together into your complete money box. Sound good? Awesome. Let's dive in. All right, Section 1. Why does managing money feel so overwhelming sometimes? Well, the surprising truth is that financial anxiety often has very little to do with how much you earn. It comes from the lack of a system, a clear process for managing what you have.
I love this quote because it perfectly captures the core philosophy of the money box. I want you to think of your financial life like an exclusive club with a really tough bouncer at the door. Every product, every decision, every investment has to justify why it should be let in. It has to earn its place. No more emotional buys. No more blindly trusting a sales pitch. Everything needs a purpose.
Now for Section 2, this is where we start building. We're laying the foundation. And listen, before we even think about growing our money, we have to get two things right. We have to control our cash flow, and we have to put on our financial seatbelt. I'm going to say this a few times because it's that important. Protection always comes before profit.
We're going to do this in two simple but incredibly powerful steps. First, we're going to set up a 3-account system to automate our cash flow. It's a game changer. Second, we're going to buckle up our financial seatbelt, which means having an emergency fund and the right kind of insurance.
This system is just beautiful in its simplicity. Here's how it works. All your earnings, your salary, everything, it all goes into one income account. That's its only job. From there, you set up an automatic transfer for a fixed amount to go to your spend it account. This covers all your expenses. Everything that's left over, it gets automatically transferred to your invested account. See what happened? You're not painfully budgeting every little thing, you're letting a smart design do all the heavy lifting for you.
And this next part, it's a non-negotiable rule. Investing your money without a safety net is like driving down the highway at 100 miles an hour without a seatbelt. It's a risk you simply do not need to take. So, let's talk about what that seatbelt actually looks like.
Part 1 of the seatbelt is your emergency fund. This is your life happens fund. It's a stash of cash, somewhere easily accessible, that covers at least 6 months of your essential living expenses. A job loss, a medical emergency, an unexpected repair, this fund is your buffer. It's what lets you handle life's curveballs without derailing your entire financial future.
Part 2 of the seatbelt is understanding this critical distinction. Insurance is not an investment. Let me say that again. Insurance is not an investment. Its one and only job is to protect your wealth from a catastrophe. An investment's job is to grow it. Don't ever mix them up. So you get pure health insurance and a pure term life plan. You should think of these as a necessary cost, like a security system for your house to protect everything you're about to build. Okay, your foundation is secure. Your seatbelt is buckled. Now we get to the exciting part, making your money grow. And the key here isn't to gamble or chase hot tips. The key is to invest with a clear, simple plan.
If you remember only one single thing about investing, please make it this. Trying to time the market, jumping in and out, trying to buy at the absolute bottom and sell at the very top is a fool's game. It's impossible to do consistently. Real wealth is built by time in the market, by investing consistently over a long period. Patience, not prediction, is your real superpower.
So what does investing with a plan actually look like? Well, it's pretty simple. You match the investment to your timeline. For short-term goals, anything less than 3 years away, you use safer, less volatile options like debt funds. For long-term goals, the stuff that's more than 7 years down the road, that's when you can take on a bit more risk for potentially higher growth with things like equity mutual funds. This simple rule removes the guesswork and, most importantly, the emotion. So, with our growth engine running smoothly, let's look way down the road at the final destination, the financial endgame. This is all about securing a future where you work because you want to, not because you have to. And it's about making sure your legacy is protected.
Retirement planning can feel so overwhelming, right? So let's just simplify it with 2 really helpful rules of thumb. First, try to save a percentage of your income that matches your age. So a 30-year-old aims to save 30%, a 40-year-old 40%. It's a great target to keep you on track. Second, if you want to know your target retirement number, just multiply your current annual expenses by 20 to 30. That gives you a clear goal to work towards.
After all the hard work of building this amazing financial life for yourself, there is one final crucial step: writing a will. A complete financial plan doesn't just secure your life, it secures your legacy and protects your family's future. It is the ultimate act of care.
Okay, let's bring it all home. Section 5. This is where we look at our complete, fully built money box. We're going to see how all these pieces fit together to create a system that just works for you. A system that brings clarity and calm.
And here's a wonderful way to think about it. Imagine your financial life is like a balanced Indian thali meal. You know that big plate with all the little bowls? You wouldn't just sit down and eat only the pickle, right? Of course not. You need a bit of everything for a complete, satisfying meal.
So let's look at your financial plate. Your 3-account cash flow system, that's the main course. Your insurance and emergency fund, those are the healthy side dishes, the things that protect you. Your goal-based investments, well, that's the dessert you're saving for the future. And your will, that's the recipe you leave behind for your family. See how it all comes together?
But even the best system can be sabotaged. So you have to be aware of these money box killers. There's overspending, which just drains your foundation. There's greed, which makes you chase risky fads instead of sticking to the plan. And then there's fear, which can paralyze you and keep you from investing at all. The cure for all of them is discipline and trusting the automated system you've built.
And that really is the whole goal. Once this system is built, it just runs quietly in the background. It removes the emotion, it removes the stress, it removes the guesswork, and it frees you up to just live your life with this profound sense of control and security.
So, I'll leave you with this question. Take an honest look at your own financial life. Is it your cash flow system that needs fixing? Your safety net? Your investments? What is the one part of your money box that needs your attention right now? The very first step? Well, that's yours to take.